Hello, and welcome to this first snow of the season weather video here. You see plenty of clouds streaming in. Yesterday was beautiful. Hopefully you got a chance to see my Pine Barrens video. It was a nice clear day. Barely any clouds in the sky. A little breezy, but pretty chilly still, only in the mid-30s yesterday. And then we had a nice moonlit night. No, not non-moonlit night, I should say, but a nice clear night with some light winds. And we're going to take a look first and see how cold we got last night. You can see the winter weather advisory is in effect for our area. With a winter storm warning around Philadelphia, this is where they could wind up seeing more snow, and that could be the hot spot for the snow. But let's go and look at the lows from this morning. And you'll see here that West Hampton did get down to 12. So we did get some radiational cooling last night. There weren't too many clouds around last night. Low of 23 at Islip. Of course, the alley probably only got down to look at the big difference here. So you could see where only some areas got radiational cooling. Some areas did not get any, including my alley. And Central Park got down to 28. Now, the other cold spot was the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, where it got down to 14 west of Toms River. It actually took a while for West Hampton to radiate last night, but it did wind up radiating. We look at West Hampton, you'll see it got down to 12, up to 42 today. Definitely temperatures have risen today with the southwest winds, but last night, you can see it took a little while to radiate. Oh, here we are. So we have hourly observations. But you'll see here that took a little while to radiate after midnight, and then the temperature started dropping, which is interesting that west of the Miller Air Park, west of Toms River, actually radiated a lot faster last night. We look at that, you'll see that they had radiated a lot faster. They started dropping into the teens at 8 o'clock. So, whatever, the winds were lighter there. That's probably why it but still, interesting that West Hampton came and actually beat Toms River as far as how cold it got. So you see the winter weather advisory in effect. You can see it across our area, accumulating snow from much of the local tri-state area Saturday to Sunday morning. And we've got we'll just go over the statistics for today and yesterday. So today, well, this is yesterday's actually. So a high of 37 and a low of 25 puts us 7 degrees below normal for yesterday. So let's go and take a look at the radar, and you see there's an area of snow that is over the Great Lakes, and that is going to be moving toward our area and bring us some snow. So let's take a look at some of these models here, and all the short-range ones is what we're going to be looking at today. We do have most of the 18Z HRRR in. So first we'll go ahead and look at our dew points and wind flow, because that's kind of important when it comes to what kind of the precipitation. But you see the wind shift to the northwest later tonight. The north keeps the colder air in, and therefore keeps the precipitation snow. The dew points below freezing. And then as we get into tomorrow, that's when the colder air starts working in, and it starts getting much colder behind this snowstorm here. So snowstorm, a little bit of an exaggeration, but you'll see the temperatures right now are in the 40s, but they are going to drop close to freezing by this evening when the snow starts, and then tomorrow we are staying below freezing all day, so may not even make it to 30. Tomorrow's going to be pretty cold, especially with that snow on the ground. It's going to help keep things colder. So let's take a look at the precipitation here, and you'll see that it will start around probably 10 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock. Maybe as a mix, but then it changes over to snow, and then we have a period of snow, and HRRR is actually having maybe occasionally moderate snow now. So maybe a little more moisture, and I tend to agree with that, given the current satellite presentation of this. It's not a strong low, but it's enough to deliver a good period of snow overnight. That's going to last for about probably 6 to 8 hours. And you see here that it finally starts pulling away as we get toward later in the afternoon. Let's take a look and see what the total cumulative precip on this total snowfall is. Whoa, it looked like it upped the snowfall quite a bit there, closer to 4 or 5 inches now. So that's definitely a change from what we saw when we last did the weather update. and that means that we'd see more precipitation now, as much as maybe a half an inch of liquid equivalent from this. This is the HRRR model, of course. We have to look at the other models and see. This might be a little overdone, but it leads me to make to guess that maybe we're going to have some higher snowfall totals here. So it's going to be fairly. It's going to be fairly consistent, meaning we're not going to see crazy variations. So let's go to the NAM next to NAM 3, which we don't have the 18Z running, but we can look at the 12Z run. And let's look at snowfall here. Well, first we'll look at the... yeah, it seems like it's a decent period of snow where I think we'll get some snowfall out of this. Let's see what we got here. Total snowfall. All right, so it's a little bit lower, but you still see some pink there. That pink is closer to the 4 and the 5 range. So, yeah, originally I was thinking 1 to 3 inches, but now I think that from what we've seen here, it lends itself to be, I think, a little more. Let's go to the HDRPS, which is the other model we can look at here. Yeah, this one also tends to lend a little more, so a little more of the 3 to 4 inch range, because the snow will come down a little heavier. Still be a steady snow, won't be a huge thump of snow, but it will be a decent snow that's going to it can be occasionally moderate at times. So here's our, and it's not a very powerful storm either. But there's enough moisture there, I see it over the Great Lakes, and it could pick up some moisture from the ocean, so that could help enhance things a little bit. So let's just go to our little spot where we draw our snowfall totals here, and we'll go over this here. And obviously, we will be dealing with some snow tonight. Mostly it's overnight, so fortunately it shouldn't affect travel, but it might affect it a little bit in the morning. So let's go over to this where I draw my snowfall totals here, and it's not really a big deal here what we're going to be dealing with here. Let's go ahead and draw that. So just use my draw thing. Let's here, paint tool. So generally speaking, there's not really much to say here as far as what we're going to be. Like, we're just going to go with 2 to 4 inches, I think, across the entire area. So this general area right here is where you're going to see it. All right, so that's what we're going to see. And there might be some isolated areas that might see close to the 5 inches. So, excuse me. So, that's what we're looking at. Let's go back to the models. Exit this. Let me exit this. So exit this thing. No, exit. All right, I've got to figure out how to do that. All right, well, there's a way to exit it. I don't remember how. Okay, let's just go back to the models. And we will just show you the skies, and then it's obviously clouds increase tonight. You'll see here that we will start with clouds tomorrow, but then later in the afternoon, the sun should try to come out a little bit. And it'll be quite breezy and windy and blustery and quite chilly. So I'll be back tomorrow night, and we'll see how much snow we get. Things are definitely going to look a lot more festive when I do the next weather update. Have a good night.